just like, don't be too tough on the mistakes of others, right? Because people make mistakes and people make decisions that we may not necessarily agree with, and sometimes, again, things just don't work out. You know, there's that situation has reached its point, it's reached its pinnacle, and there's no further point that it can go. Okay, and just be accepting of that. So it's okay to be the fool now and again, because that's where things start. You know, this is also saying that if you are fighting here, if you are in battle with someone, if you are having arguments, then the arguments need to stop. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Hello there, Capricorn. This is your reading for the month of September. I am Jared Waters and welcome to Spiritual Worlds. As usual, we're going to look for outlook, what's coming up in September for you, Capricorn. And we're also, that card most definitely wants to pop out here. And what is to look out for, the good and the bad. I'm going to see if we can get an overall message from Spirit for you. Thank you for clicking on the video, and my name is Jared. So not all my readings will resonate with every Capricorn. There's quite a few out here, you know, there's a few Capricorns in the world. You're not a rare beast, but what you might find is part of the reading may resonate with you. Some of you it will resonate more than others. If it doesn't resonate with you, then I will be doing future readings down the road, which may resonate with you a bit more. But so we're going to see what's coming up. We're going to see what sort of messages are being given. Basically, the way I use these cards, I don't use inverted. I don't like reading inverted cards. And I basically just read the energy, what the card's saying to me, what my guide's coming through, what Spirit's saying to me, but what's happening around here, and hopefully this will provide you a little bit of guidance, reassurance, maybe some of you a bit of comfort if you need it. Hopefully just what you're looking for. That's the aim. That's why I'm doing these, is just to sort of give you something perhaps that might empower you a little bit today, okay? So, okay. We have the Magician. Oh. Right. The Tower. Oh my goodness. This is Lovers. Well, this is a very powerful energy coming in. Very, very powerful energy. And the Ten of Cups. Okay. Wow. Some of you guys, now I'm kind of picking up the energy of like feeling defeated, right? And I'm feeling the energy of difficult times. Some of you may be going through some very difficult times, and some of you are, I'm being encouraged to seek out those around you that can help, those around you that are showing love and compassion, okay? Some of you guys may have gone through or going through some sort of breakdown of a relationship here, okay? And I feel like you are, what this is trying to sort of say to me here with the Magician, the Tower and the Lovers, right, is you can see this situation in multiple ways, right? Now it feels like this is an ending, this is a definitive ending of a situation, right? And it's almost like a reminder here that nothing lasts forever, okay? In order for new things to be brought in, sometimes we've got to go through difficult transitions in life, okay? And I see that with this Magician and the Tower card here. It feels like it's a situation around you where it's a part of your life, so it could be love and relationships, it could be your work life, it could be with a friend, a family member. It's a part of your life and you have done everything you can to hold this together. And there are sometimes, Capricorn, in life, things need to come apart. They need to the centre cannot hold, they need to come apart, they need to be left in the past because they have served their purpose. The purpose that has been given to the task that has happened in a relationship in the past, or the job in the past, you've reached that point, okay? And it's how you look at it. So you can either say you've reached the pinnacle of that tower, you've reached as far as you can actually go in that relationship, okay? Or you also feel as low as you possibly go, as if you fall off the tower, okay? But this is telling me is that whatever's happened, it's a sign that things need to change, and that things as they were cannot be as they are now. And this is a card, I feel, with the Tower and the Lovers, it's a falling out of love with something. So this could be falling out with a love and relationship, but it also could be like a job that you've really, really loved and now it's like becoming monotonous. This is outgrowing a situation. This is showing you that you are now beyond what that situation can offer you. And this might feel like you're running away. Right, this is what this is telling me here. This might feel like you're running away, okay, but you're not. You're basically, you're recognizing that something has to end, and sometimes we have to own up to these situations in life where things have to end, okay, and this ending is something that is going to bring forward the opportunity for new beginnings, for you know, I get a sort of Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz sort of reference here, where she's been whisked away by the whirlwind and she opens the door and it's this vibrant colour land. And I feel like some of you may have had the relationship end and your sort of thoughts are in the past and they're saying, look, you can't focus on this energy anymore. This energy needs to be put into the past, okay? Or some of you might be going through this now and sort of asking this question, should I leave this job? Should I leave this situation behind? And then saying to yourself, oh, what about this? And what this is telling me, there could be several reasons why stay. Perhaps the money is good, or perhaps you're feeling secure, you know, the security, or you don't want other people to get upset, or you don't want to be upset yourself. But the situation, in a sense, energetically has ended, okay? It's just sometimes that we don't recognise that ending has taken place. Now, this is, if there is going to be a reconciliation to this situation, there at least needs to be time away for it, for things to calm down, for things to sort of take a different approach, okay? So if there is, if you're going through a relationship that's going through a tough time, I'm not saying you've got to end your marriage or relationship or leave your job, but you have to end the way you're thinking about it, end the suffering surrounding it, and look at the bigger picture. You have to look outside the box of different ways to move things forward. And also, sometimes the ending, though it may not feel like it, maybe it feels like we're the ones walking away, it's not actually our fault. It's not. I think there needs to be a stopping of the blame game as far as you. It's not an ending because someone did this or someone did that, or you did this or you did that, or you were this and you were that and they are this and they are that. It's an ending simply because you have outgrown that situation. You have learned everything you can from that situation, and moving forward is going to be covering old ground. So that's why there needs to be a moving away, a stepping back, and looking at the situation as a whole from beginning, middle to end. How did that situation affect me? What did I gain from that situation, etc., etc. So you look at it that sort of way, and then you determine how you proceed. Then you determine how all this lining up this way is going to move you forward, okay? Because it's the universe telling you through this spread, you need to move forward. Emotionally, you need to move forward. You can no longer be living in the past, because the past is unhealthy, the past is unhelpful, you know. Okay, these cards are jumping out at me. Page of Wands, this is a messenger sort of, he's sort of bringing forward, saying that there's new things that you need to discover. There's new things, and we sometimes have, you know, we give ourselves these excuses so that we're too old, we're too this, we're too that, and it's telling us we're not too anything. You know, there's never ever a good or bad time for a fresh start. Some people have fresh starts at the age of 60. Some people have fresh starts at the age of 20. You know, our life is a series of chapters, and we go through all these different things. And this is basically saying that you have to be strong in your convictions. You have to be, you have to ask yourself, this is sort of the good outcomes here, for the best outcome here, ask yourself what it is you really want, right? What it is this situation here is serving you. What is it giving you? Physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, everything, okay? And then you've got to really have a think about it. You've got to ponder it. You've got to really balance things out, right? You know, are we the same person? Are we this? Are we that? You know, have I moved since I've had this? You know, have I moved? Have I learned since I've had this job? Has it become monotonous? Am I just feeling stifled in this job at the moment? Do I need to look for something else? And then be imaginative. This is what this page of wands sort of relating here to these three cards is basically saying, start to use your imagination. Start to really be playful. Sometimes we need to be playful with an outcome, okay? We need to be playful with an outcome as to what is it that could be that could be happening. What if I did bring in a new relationship into my life? What would happen if I was on my own for a little while? What's the good out of that? What's the bad out of that? How does that make me feel? It's really sort of to look inwardly. This is a time for you, Capricorn, to look inwardly and to really examine sort of where the journey of your life so far, or at least this part of it that is getting to you at the moment, where is it taking you? Where has it brought you? And try and be as positive with that as possible. Okay, what is the outcomes? What have you gained from those situations, and what have you given to others to those situations? Okay. And I think if you start sort of looking at it in terms of relationships, in terms of what you have given to others and what they've given to you, right? How that energy has been exchanged. You've got to remember that this is a chapter of your life. It might be a chapter of your life that's ending. But throughout that chapter, there was love given, there was exchange given, there was knowledge received, there was knowledge given. There was this whole sort of learning curve. So you're coming out of this situation now, and you're getting to the point of understanding. It is almost like a graduation energy here, that you are becoming sort of more whole, more understanding of yourself. Now, a lot of people, and I think this is where the message is here, so the hang up here is, we judge the situation now by situations that we've gone in the past, right? But we don't take account for is how much we've grown, how much we've learned, what's happened. And because us, like, post this situation hasn't been fully tried and tested yet, it's a bit like, a Doctor Who regeneration. When the Doctor regenerates, I'm going to use my sci-fi nerdiness here, right? Or when there's a new James Bond, right? When there's a new actor playing the same character, it's the same character with different traits, but there's subtle nuances that new actor brings in, okay? And I think this is what you need to look at. And sometimes you have to be the fool, okay? Realize that you've made mistakes, okay? And don't be too tough on the mistakes of others, right? Because people make mistakes and people make decisions that we may not necessarily agree with. And sometimes, again, things just don't work out. That situation has reached its point, it's reached its pinnacle, and there's no further point that it can go, okay? And just be accepting of that. So it's okay to be the fool now and again, because that's where things start. This is also saying that if you are fighting here, if you are in battle with someone, if you are having arguments, then the arguments need to stop, okay? Nothing is being served now by having these battles. There needs to be a truce of this situation, a stepping back, an examining, and an understanding of where to go from here. And if you can't do that with that other person, or this is happening with an abstract thing like a job or situation in your life, you need to bring that understanding within yourself. As where did I come from? What did I achieve? What was given? What was received? That sort of thing. So I'm going to ask for a quick message from our guides and see what comes out here. So ask for a message for Capricorn, please. So it's a very powerful reading here. So if you resonate with this reading, please let me know in the comment section below. and we'll see what happens. I mean, lovely to see. It's the first time I'm doing these. I did do them once a few years back, and they had a little bit of a good reception. And you know, I thought, well, I'll give it a shot and see what happens. So this is basically telling me now, this is all giving me sort of action, about taking action, okay? And the actions that you take will determine the outcome. I feel that this is, now sometimes when I do the second reading, it validates the first. This is kind of giving you a bit of more of a solution, a bit more of an insight into what to do here, okay? With the Princess of Coins, this is basically looking again, what is your worth, okay? What is your self-worth here? What have you gained from the situation? How are you feeling about it? You know, you need to come at this situation, at what you're dealing with your self-worth, okay? And if you are feeling lack of confidence, if you are feeling lack of self-worth, you need to take a step back and really sort of look at that. Maybe get yourself some tiger's eyes, a really good crystal for lack of confidence. Maybe just spend some time with old friends and reminisce about, different old friends, and reminisce about maybe sort of some times gone by, or I think some of you might be having that as well, some old people from the past coming in to help with you, okay? But I also, again, this Eight of Wands here is focusing in on this. I'm just going to take these cards up for a second. It's bringing back into this energy of leaving the situation, looking at things from outside the box, using your imagination. Remember, you're not turning your back on a person. You're turning your back on a situation that's untenable, that's not working out for you anymore. And what it's basically saying is that does take strength. You need to hold your sword up. You need to, bring that energy in, that you're ready to fight. You're ready to fight for the right reasons. You're not going to have arguments anymore that basically just continue to perpetuate the same old thing. You have to address the underlying issues here. And this is what it's saying with the Six of Wands, is bringing in that emotional energy. You need to find emotional energy and balance within yourself before you know the route to take forward, okay? So I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. I hope it's resonated with you, and I hope that if it does resonate with you, give us a like, a share, give us a comment below. I'd love to see, how some of you are interpreting this. As I'm trying this for the first time, so it's really good to get you guys' feedback on this. And fantastic. I hope if you are going through a difficult time right now, that you do get through it okay. I hope that you find the love of the universe around you. I hope you find people around you that can give you that support, okay? Just remember that there are support networks around it, of compassionate people that do try and help. You are never alone in this life, okay? It's just sometimes it can make you feel like that, alright? So thank you very much, guys, and I'll speak to you very, very shortly.